The riffing going on here is kind of interesting. So, you know, the real world, in sports, you can imagine a stadium full of people with cameras that want to share with the people at home and that experience. We're doing things like that now. This is stuff that we didn't do a year ago. This is stuff that is just starting to happen now. And there's all sorts of challenges. You know, even in Toronto here, where you have a network owns the sports team, owns the stadium, owns the, you know, apparently the whole supply chain. The images taken at the stadium are not owned by them, but they want to put them on broadcast. They want all those HD cameras on their broadcast, and we have sports networks asking for us to do that from the stadium. There's all sorts of issues with it, but it's going to happen, and it's really neat. And then it happens too, as we do with celebrities a lot these days, and all of you will do the same. They're out and about, and people want to reach them at the same time as they're watching a television program. And these things are starting to come together. Some of them have as many followers as any major network, TV network. Many of them have more. So lots of neat things going to bring real world, including our celebrities, our athletes, our experiences in the real world to TV. Our team is a team of TV producers. The company's called Innovatv. It is up there somewhere, yes. And computer engineers that have deployed and created a companion TV platform with TV networks, studios, and producers in 4 countries. Our experiences that we develop out of that platform bring a cast, story, and the audiences, I guess, on all screens into the living room. They push the viewers' buttons, we like to say. And we've been delivering these experiences in a heads-up, hands-down kind of environment that we live in today for the last 3 years. The idea I'm presenting today is a simple one, and there's many ideas we could talk about, and many ideas I'd love to riff on more, but I'm just going to focus on the smartphone camera, on the device in people's pockets. And that is, what we have to do is we have to activate those devices. Sorry, I forgot this was. Activate those users' devices. And if we don't, somebody else will. And for TV networks, this is really, really important. For TV producers, for storytellers, this is really, really important. If we're not doing it, somebody else will. And I've got a couple of simple examples of that idea. So the first is an app we built with Epitome Pictures here in Toronto and a company called Bidheads, which I believe is in Ottawa or Montreal, I'm not sure. They used our Innovatv Fan Snaps API. This is an API we built with actors and musicians, actually. And the experience for the end user is they get personalized and customized autographed photos from their favorite Degrassi cast member while they're watching the show. Simple idea. You can even use your own pictures. Obviously, you can roll in the red carpet with this. You can roll in where that your favorite cast member. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to call me maybe. I'll sing to get your attention. But the idea is really to get those smartphones doing something related to your show. There's a number of ways, of course, we can do that, and we'll talk about lots of them. And perhaps those ways are endless. I don't know. But whether it's a live broadcast sporting event on the red carpet or scripted drama. Whatever you're putting on TV, my feeling is don't send people to somebody else's website or somewhere else to make a simple vote, take a picture, or find information, or even just share that information. And I don't know if anybody's seen the Team Coco, the Conan O'Brien latest extension. It was to bring, to create your own episode. So in my view, what they're doing is they're having people leave the living room to go do something creative, which we all want to do. We all like doing creative things. To do something creative, leave the living room, and I don't believe in giving people homework away from the TV. If they've just sat down, let's not tell them to leave the living room. If they've just sat down, let's push their buttons. Okay, so let me show you some examples here. Another example here. So this one is a 30-second ad spot, again with photos. Very simple activations here. We do many more things that are, more complex than this, and we can talk about some of those kind of more interesting. But this just photos, just a smartphone camera. The bonus material is not an autographed photo in this case. It's music and video that was activated very simply by that camera on the smartphone. And in this example, it was activated during the ad for the TV show instead of the TV show itself, because the TV show was premiering in a couple of weeks, was getting a bunch of hype around it, and I'll give you some results on that later. So why does this work? It's really because of the simplicity. These are two simple examples. The Degrassi example and the Suburbia example are just two simple examples. And I guess we have to ask ourselves, why does this make TV better? My slides look different, but I guess I'm just not recognizing, so what makes TV great? That's what we're answering here today. What makes TV great? And I think with these two examples, what it did is deeper engagement with stories, characters, and conflicts. And I guess what makes good TV is great stories, great characters, and conflict. So we're making good TV. I think we see a lot of that. And we have to ask ourselves, what's the problem? TV competes with email, Angry Birds, YouTube. Some of those, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, they sell advertising. They take money out of the TV business. I don't see how we make better TV when we take money out of the TV business. But of course, TV's always competed. I'm having a little trouble with my folded up papers here. TV's always competed with noble types of things that we might want to do in life. It's always competed with productivity. We've always had that problem. But today, I guess it's worse. These don't go together? I really don't know what to do. I'll just leave that there. Thanks. Try that. I could yell. Yell a lot. Oh, no, it's working. Okay, that's good. So no public service announcement, no education program, no parental lecture. It's going to change the device distraction. We can't even get people to stop texting while driving. I don't know if you heard this, but I understand kids aren't buying cars today because it gets in the way of their texting. This is a big thing. So the best we can hope for is a heads down, hands up experience, and that's what we're heads up. I keep getting this wrong. Heads up, hands down experience. That's really the best that we can hope for. And of course, we know what's different. We know all the things that are different. They've been mentioned already. And let's try the other one. I really have.
There you go. Good luck.
I'll just yell. Who's down there? I'm almost done, you guys. My unbearable little. I needed to fold these a different way to get a better layout here. We know the TV network's role, and maybe I'm oversimplifying here, but it's really to gather dollars and audience. That's what they have to do. The producer's role is a lot different, and I like this role a lot. I'm a former producer, and I like to think about this a lot. They need to engage, connect, seed, activate. They need to do all of these things. They need to provide access between stories and their audience. And I was at CES a couple of weeks ago, and all of the coolest things there were things that I pre-ordered on Kickstarter or Indiegogo months earlier that I'd already been creating buzz around, and it already happened. Like the CES show, the big primetime debut was kind of lost on me. And what I found interesting about that is I had a relationship with the producers. These products were thermostats, door locks, lights, headphones, speakers. But the producers of these products, I had a relationship with the producer and the product. And I was talking about it way before CES, and sometimes way before I could even take delivery, or they could even start manufacturing their product. TV can do this, and actually, they can do it way better. So just before I leave you, I'm going to give you, I guess that's why Jon Stewart and David Letterman throw things behind them, right? They got to be done with that. I'll leave you these numbers from this Suburbia campaign. So there's around 100,000, a little over 100,000 viewers sent in pictures, 4 30-second spots, thousands of photos hit our servers instantly. What they were getting was a music file or a video file sent back to their phone. The show launched to a 32 audience share, and the viewers knew more about the characters. I guess that's what made it better TV. They fell in love with one of the songs, the giveaway song as part of the campaign from the show. They shared that with their friends, and they shared the whole experience, and they felt invested in the show, just like I feel invested with my door lock that I bought off Kickstarter 4 months ago and hasn't even started manufacturing yet, I don't think. So you'll notice I didn't mention second screen. I don't think I said it once. Or Santa Monica, two things I talk about a lot these days. I like both of them. So we've learned that counting screens in the living room is actually kind of folly. It leads to fragmentation of eyeballs, of audience, of dollars. So we're trying not to count those screens. And we really are focusing on companion experiences, companion to TV. We don't think of creating a TV replacement experience. It's not our job. We'll leave Angry Birds and others to focus on that. Chris Getty's on our team is here. He's a producer as well. Not one of our technical staff, right, Chris? No. But we do have what we think is really the best second screen platform in the world. We're just not going to call it that.